Okay, good.
Good afternoon. I hope you're all well today. We are going to be doing a mental math activity where we will solve a series of problems. Before we get started, I want to discuss how we are going to participate. We have several expectations for how we are going to participate and proceed with these activities. Our first expectation is that it is really important that everyone should be ready to explain how they are thinking. Our focus will be on explaining different strategies and understanding why. Second, it is really important that everyone listens to one another. Why is it important to listen to one another? Yes?
Because you might have the same question that someone else has, and if you listen, you can hear them answer that question.
Very good. And finally, I also expect that everyone will be ready to explain or build upon another student's thinking. Sometimes I might ask you to say in your own words what another student said so that we can learn from one another. So let's review what expectations are. Who would be willing to share with us one of our expectations? Yes.
You want us to listen to other people?
Very good.
And to explain your answers?
Explain our answers. Anything else?
You want us to listen in general.
Listen to one another so we could build upon each other's answers. Very good. So for our activity, I will write a problem on the board, and each problem will be an equation with a box or blank. I will give you some time to think silently to yourself about two things. First, what number you think goes in the box or blank. And second, how you know it's that number. So, an explanation. Whenever you are ready with an answer and an explanation, I'm going to ask you to show a thumbs up. We call this a silent thumb. And by doing this, you are letting me know when you are ready to share your answer and explanation. Once everyone is ready, we will discuss our answers and explanations as a group. Does anyone have any questions about what the activity entails? Yes.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, don't worry, we'll help each other.
Okay.
We're going to start with this problem. Is anybody willing to read out the equation for me? Yes.
14 plus 16 equals blank plus 12.
Very good. Remember, you need to figure out what number goes in the blank. When you're ready with an answer and an explanation for how you got that answer, show me your silent thumb. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who is willing to share with me their answer? Yes.
18.
18?
I also got 18.
18 as well?
Me
Did-
too.
18? Did anybody get anything other than 18? Yes.
I got 30.
30? Okay. So, how did you get 30 as an answer?
Because 14 plus 16 is 30.
Did you do it in standard algorithm? Or just in your head?
Just in my head.
Okay, so you did 14 plus 16 equals 30?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have another number. Okay. So here we have another number, the number 12. And do you think we could What does this number represent in the
12
equation?
units.
12 units? Okay, so you think the 12 is 12. Here we have, so can somebody else read the equation out for me? Yes.
Including the blank?
Yeah.
Oh, 14 plus 16 equals blank plus
Plus
12.
Okay, so we have an equal sign here in the equation.
What?
Would anyone else
You really got 30?
Okay. Would anybody else be able to share with me how they got 18 as an answer? Yes.
Well, I just 14 plus 16 is 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that 18 plus 12 also equals 30 because they have to both equal each other.
Oh, very good. So Erica noticed that there's an equal sign here, so she's trying to balance the equation. So she added these two numbers to get an amount, and now she's missing an amount here, and she wants to get the same amount. So she did this, and she said, what plus 12 equals 30? So she did, do you want to explain how you did it?
Yeah, I just did 30 minus 12,
And it gave you?
18.
Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah? Do
You want me to explain it just like she did?
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
great.
okay, so what I think she did was she added 14 plus 16, and that gave her 30. So 30 is the number we're looking for.
Yeah,
So if I do 18 plus 12, I get 30, and that balances the equation?
very good.
Okay.
So we're gonna solve another activity. So I just wanted to let you guys know you did a great job at solving the first activity, and I'm gonna write out the next problem.
18. 18.
Can anybody read out the equation for me? Yes.
Oh, me though. 14 plus 16 equals
Mhm.
14 plus blank.
Very good. I'll give you a few minutes to think about the answer and an explanation that goes with your answer for this. Remember, you need to figure out what number goes inside the blank. Who will be willing to share what they think goes in the blank? Yes,
16.
16. Did everyone else get 16?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can anybody explain to me how they got that answer?
Yes. You see 14's on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
and 16's also on one side, but it's not on the other. So without doing any math, you can kind of just put 16.
So we're trying to balance the equation
Sure.
so that both sides equal 30.
Yes.
Very good. I have one last problem. Is anybody willing to read out the equation for me? Yes,
14 plus 16 equals blank plus 15.
very good. I'll give you a few minutes to think about your answer.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Kristal. Oh, Lychee. Ariana wrote this equation out, but before we get started with that, I just want to remind you guys to explain your answers, to listen to what each other's saying, so we can build on their answers and re-explain others' thinking. So, does anyone want to give me their answer, what they got for this equation?
15.
Anyone?
15.
Did anyone else get anything different?
I got 15 too.
Get 15 too?
I got 15 too. Copy that too.
Okay, so it looks like we're in agreement and everyone got these same answers. So would someone like to explain to me how they got 15?
14 plus 16 equals 30, and 15 plus 15 equals 30.
So did anyone else do it a different way?
Yeah, I did 14 plus 16, and then I isolated the other side, so I did the minus 15, and I got 15.
Would anyone else like to explain what Bruno just said?
I would like to re-explain myself.
You'd like to re-say? Okay.
So I took 14 plus 16, which got 30,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to isolate the variable that was missing, the one we don't know,
Okay.
right? So I did a minus 15
On which side?
on the side of the 30,
So here, so you did minus 15.
yeah, to get the isolate the blank, and then the result of that is 15.
And you said it gave you 15. So would anyone else like to re-explain what Bruno just did?
Nope.
He did 14 plus 16, which gave him 30, and he took the 15 from the other side of the equation and subtracted it from the 30, which gave him the answer of 15.
Okay, good. Good.
I think that's pretty cool because you know the other numbers too. So for example, number 2, you do 14 plus 16, that gives you 30. You take 30 minus 14, that gives you 16. So
Good,
that's how you
so-
find out what the missing number is.
So what we're doing here is balancing the equations.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good. All right, so we're gonna do another problem. This one's got bigger numbers. Don't be intimidated. So.
I already am.
So would someone like to read this out?
27 plus 45 equals 29 plus blank.
Okay, good. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to think about it. When you're ready, just put up your silent thumbs.
Miss Ward, are we allowed to use a calculator?
Nope, it's all mental math tonight. Okay, so would anyone like to give me your answer?
43.
43. Did anyone get anything different besides 43?
I only got as far as the first part. So 27 plus 45, is that 72?
You got,
That's how far I got.
so you didn't finish the equation.
Well, I was going to do like we talked about, minus 29, but I didn't have enough time to think about it.
Okay. I'll give you a few more minutes so everyone can think about the equation and get an answer. Okay, so is everyone ready to give an answer and explain their thinking? So did anyone else get anything besides 42? 3. No, so it looks like we're all in agreement. So would someone like to explain to me how they got 43?
Well, I saw that there was a 27 on one side and a 29 on the other, which meant that I could add 2 to get 29, which meant I had to subtract 2 from 45 to get 43.
Good. So what you did is you saw that 27
Plus 2.
plus 2
Plus 45
45
and minus 2.
minus 2
Right, would give me 29
equals 29
plus blank.
plus blank.
Yeah, and you can bracket the 45 minus 2. There we go.
And that's how you figured out it was
Yeah,
43.
so I had a 29 from
Mhm.
27 plus 2.
Mhm.
So all
And
I
then
had
you
to do
just-
is 45 minus 2.
Forty-three.
Exactly.
Said 42.
I said 42. I meant 40.
So would someone else like to re-explain what Bruno just did? Yes, Sandy.
27 plus 2 equals 29.
Mhm.
And 45 minus 2 equals 43. So 29 plus 43 equals the same thing as 27 plus 45.
So what we're doing here is really just balancing out the equations. So. All right, so we have one final problem. So remember, we're trying to figure out what goes in this blank. So would someone like to read out the equation for me?
32 plus 53 equals 42 plus blank.
Perfect. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to think about it, and when you're ready to give an answer and explain your answer, you can put up your silent thumb.
All right.
Okay, good. So would someone like to would someone be willing to share what they got? What answer they got?
I got 43 again, strangely.
Did anyone else get a different answer? No? So it looks like we're all in agreement. So would someone like to explain to me how they got a 43?
I used a similar technique to the previous problem where I added 10 to 32
Okay.
to get 42, which meant I had to subtract 10 from 53 to get 43.
So 32 minus 10
Plus 10.
plus 10
Plus,
plus
and then I did 53,
53.
and then I knew I had to minus 10 equals 42 plus blank. So basically, the technique amounts to creating two equations out of one equation.
So would someone like to re-explain what Bruno just said?
So 32 plus 10 gives him the 42, and that means that the 53 minus 10 will give him the 43, which makes 42 plus 43 the same as 32 plus 53.
43.
42 plus blank. Perfect. So what we're really doing here is trying to balance out the equation. Perfect. So did anyone do it any other ways? They have any other strategies to do this?
I suppose the same way we've done it as the first few, where we add the two together, 32 and 53, which gave us a total of 85. And then I just subtracted the 42 from one side of the equation to balance it, which leaves us with the 43, which gives us the blank.
We can do that.
Would someone else like to re-explain what Jake just did?
Don't.
Balancing the equation.
Jake did it the same way as me. I like Jake's way.
Would you like to re-explain how you did it?
So what Jake did was he added 32 plus 53, and it gave him 85. So now I know the number I'm looking for is 85. So what number plus 42 can give us 85? So I took 85 minus 42, and that gave me 43. And that's the number.
Good. Oh.
Bruno's way is good too.
Okay, so nice job working together, guys. So does anyone want to re-explain some ideas that we learned today?
We learned how to balance the equations.
Good.
We also learned how to use various techniques to do mental math.
Good job. That's exactly what we were doing. So I really liked how everyone participated, used their listening ears, and re-explained what everyone else was thinking. And you used your silent thumbs perfectly. So
Math is fun.
thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.